Good morning, everyone. Joey Roberts here with you, and it's 7 a.m., and you are tuned into 97.9 HRD, The Herd. I've got some exciting news to start your day off right. Last night, the Wisconsin basketball team brought home a massive win against Indiana in college basketball. Look, the game was a tough one for Indiana as the fans here in Wisconsin brought their A game, making it hard for the Indiana team to think, let alone try to play their best game. So hats off to the Badgers there for a fantastic win. And in other news, Aspen Creek Marketplace is set to open later this week. It's exciting news for our community as they'll be selling local produce and they have some contracts with some local farmers in the area. So everybody wins here, especially if you're a...
And we'll put the paper down and the coffee down, start this up, and we will get out of here. Guys, welcome to the first video. This is going to document my move out here to Wisconsin, America's Dairyland, and we are going to try to do just that. We are going to try to start a farm out here in Wisconsin. I would like to try and get some dairy cows or maybe some beef cows. I really haven't figured it out yet. What I have figured out is that I was really tired of my office job and I wanted to get out of there. It felt like I really wasn't living my life for me. I was stuck in a cubicle all day, you know, making a good amount of money, but at the same time, not enough money to where, you know, it's worth my life. So I've decided that I want to start a new life. I didn't like the way the old life was going. I am a single man who does not have any tie downs with family. I don't have a wife. I don't have any kids or anything like that. It's just me out here, and maybe a dog if I decide to get one here, which I may end up deciding to get one because it's going to be lonely out here without any friends. But either way, I went online. I checked out a farm that was for sale out here in Wisconsin, and I found one, and it's a little big. I got to be honest. You're going to look at it when we get there and say, well, it's an average-sized farm, right? But I don't have any experience in farming, and I am not really sure as to what I'm doing yet. So it's going to be something that we grow into. I don't expect year one to just be going crazy and equaling up to the farmers out here with years of experience. There's a lot to learn, and I'm going to have to learn it. And one of these things that I'm going to have to learn is how to drive this in the winter, because this is going to be treacherous, I believe. I'm hoping that there's another way that I can find around, but this is a really steep hill right here, and I think that sometimes we may end up having a little bit of difficulty with this hill. But either way, the farm is right up here. It's right around this corner, I believe. And we'll look here. And I say believe, I mean, I've been here already, but I spent the night in the hotel last night. I was actually down at the parking lot when I picked this video up because we had just gotten the keys to the house and to the property. So we are now first able to go here, and here it is right here on the left. I don't know how busy this road is, so this is the entrance right here. You see that there were some big silos back there that we can definitely take advantage of, but I think I'm going to pull over here and park it onto the side of the road. We'll get out and we'll look around. And now we'll get out and walk around here. Buffalo Hill Ranch, that is the name of the old farm here, obviously. Cool logo, I like that. The gates open well, I love them. He's got different gates here. These ones are a little bit more rusted, so I guess these have been around longer. It makes sense since the silo's here. And we're going to do a lot with these. And this is what I mean by growing into this. I mean, I'm just looking at the mass and the size of those silos. And yeah, it's going to take a while for us to fill those things. First, we're going to have to learn how to use this equipment. And then we're going to have to learn how to grow things. It's going to be a minute, but let's walk down here. This is the yard right here, and looks like a fairly good sized yard. I liked how, you know, it was so open. There's some diesel fuel right there. So we'll be able to fill that up and buy it at bulk so that we'll be able to save a little money, which will come in handy. Just some more storage sheds right there. Storage spaces, I mean. And what's this over here? We got a diesel generator. That is nice and could become in handy in the winter if our electric goes out, or if anything really we need. It's a good amount of power right there. Now we're gonna head over. I guess we'll look over here at this barn first. What do we got up here? Well, it was nice enough to leave me a good start on the firewood, so that's excellent. Appreciate him for that. But let's look at this garage up here first. I'll try to open it here. Here we go. A fairly good size. I think we're probably going to keep our truck in here. This will probably be the house garage, if I can stop from running into the wall. And there's the house right there. So an average size house. If we do everything right, we're not going to be sitting inside it much anyway, so not really going to matter about the size of it. But let me close this up and we'll get down to the garage. And now down here at the garage, and this is a fairly good sized garage as well. This is probably going to be where we repair things and you know, do things like that. We're not going to keep much equipment in here. We have the storage spaces over by the yard that we just went in to keep all of the stuff over there. So we got a nice little shop here. Couple little tools, and that right there is nice. The storage rack, I like that a lot. Hopefully we can use that and fill it with seeds or fertilizer or lime or whatever, but we'll need it. And it doesn't look like we're gonna have to do much lime either, just as I look around the corner here at random things, but it looks like we have already got the lime treatment. I'll have to figure out who did that, but somebody, I guess, right before. See, the guy that I bought this from was the old farmer, and he really enjoyed farming. He wanted to keep the land as good and pristine as possible in case anyone wanted to, you know, come in here and take over the farm. When I told him that I wanted to start a farm, he was more than happy. So, you know, I think he's just kind of tried to hand it off as best as possible, and you know, we're gonna have to try to learn as fast as possible so that we can continue this and keep up his legacy. But I know immediately we're probably just gonna get some chickens immediately, try to figure out them because they seem to be the easiest, and well, you know, we'll be able to get some eggs as well, so it's a win-win situation for us. But as you see, this farm barn, I should say, that we're approaching, this is where he kept his cattle. And he was a dairy farmer. A lot of people in Wisconsin are. I'm not really sure if we're going to continue with the status quo of the area and go with the dairy side of things, or if we might be a little different, go the other way and maybe do some beef. I'm not really sure yet. We haven't really figured it out, but Wisconsin for sure is dairy. A lot of people around here in the community are dairy farmers, so we would get a lot of help with it. But we'd also be trying to sell stuff that everybody else is. Now heading outside here, and you see that's where we could keep the bales of hay. We could also feed them down there, and way down there you see the paths that the cows have made. But yeah, this used to be a dairy farm, but I'm not sure if we're going to keep that going or if we want to do beef, but we'll head back up to the house. Now, the furniture and everything like that comes tomorrow for me, so I probably won't be recording that, but they will be getting that into my house, TV, things like that. But what we're concerned about is farm-related stuff, and I really don't have any. I have this stuff. This is kind of homeowner stuff. It's a trailer and a mower. That's pretty much what we're starting with, and I've got my truck here. But let me park this down at the yard, and we will get out and look at the house. Now I'm just going to put this right here between these two buildings first, and then I'll get out, unhook the trailer, and then we'll go up in the truck and I'll show you the house. Now I mentioned briefly a couple of minutes ago that we were probably going to get chickens. I think that's going to be the first animals that we're going to get here, just because I'm trying to walk into this slowly. Every farmer that I've talked to has told me, go at this slowly. Don't get, 100 cows or whatever. Just get 5 or 6 and figure it out. And I'm not sure if we have that much time to go 5 or 6 at a time, but I'm trying to make some money to pay off this house. But I will accept that advice and kind of go slow and cautiously. And I say all that to say that chickens are probably going to be the easiest to start with. So that is what we may start with. But I am going to get out for a minute, and I am going to go in the house and just kind of check around and you know, put a couple things away. Now guys, that's originally where I intended to leave this video. I just wanted to show you the farm. However, when I went inside, I was looking around, I got this message or note from John, who is the old owner here. I wanted to pass along a quick note to let you know about something that might be helpful for you as you settle into life on the farm. There's a great farm store in town that I've always relied on for supplies, and I think you'll find it to be a valuable resource as well. But there's something in particular that they have that belongs to the farm and could help you out a little. I don't want to give away too much, but I think you'll find it to be a real lifesaver. John. Well, now we have to get over there. So as we head down to the farm store, I just kind of wanted to update you in terms of where we actually are, right? We bought this farm up here in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. It's a town of about 5,000 to 7,000 people here in Crawford County, Wisconsin, and of course it is located right among the banks of the Mississippi River. A lot of production going on in town, and the people are great. I mean, I've met them at the stores. I've only been here a couple days, but everybody has been so welcoming to me when I tell them what's going on with my life at the grocery store. You know, hey, I bought a farm. They are more than welcome. They point out a lot of good resources here, so I think that we're going to fit in just well. They are salt of the earth type people, you know, really, really nice people here. And the farming community here is also good. We got a agriculture market, a farmer store down there, as well as farmers markets every week for people to come and buy produce. And we also have a big opening of a store that I forget the name of it, but it was in the newspaper this morning. And it was on the radio too, but they are opening down here as well. I think it might be in McGregor, which is the town located right over the bridge here, just over the bridge there, over the Mississippi River, should I say. So yes, this is Prairie du Chien, a small town. We got a local high school over there as well, but we are actually headed to McGregor right now to go to the farm store. But the farming community is great here. You know, they grow a lot of corn, they grow a lot of soy, and they really raise a lot of dairy cattle here. Wisconsin is really all about dairy, and that's why I'm not really sure if we want to get into dairy. There are a lot of resources in dairy, however, it's really expensive to get into dairy, and we don't have a ton of money because, as you've guessed, we have got money flying out of our pockets here because of this place that we just bought. It's in good shape, but you know, there's just a lot of different things that you have to do and pay for when you move, small little repairs, things like that. So you know, I'm thinking about getting into beef, is the long story short. I will zig when everybody else zags around here, and hopefully it will make us some money. But hey, let me get into this farm store because I have to see about this note.